Now to the other big story of the day. It's the push and pull between the Doctors Association here and the South Korean government, with doctors proceeding with their planned nationwide strike starting today. The South Korean government has given them an ultimatum. It says if doctors don't return to work, they will be held legally responsible. For more on this fluid situation, we have our Kim Do-yeon standing by at one of the major hospitals here in Seoul. Do-yeon, the government gave another announcement this morning. Tell us more about that.
Mark, yes it did. Just a couple of hours ago, Health Minister Park Neung-hoo imposed an order on all doctors, especially the ones in Seoul Metropolitan area, to return to their work as soon as possible. And if they don't, he said the government has no choice but to pursue judiciary proceedings.
The current legislation punishes those against the order with up to 3 years in prison or up to $25,000 in fines, or a cancellation or suspension of their medical license.
Such a hardline stance from the government comes as the nation has been seeing a large number of new COVID-19 cases, and the government says that the country cannot afford to have doctors away from their workplaces. This comes despite the Doctors Association and Trainee Doctors Association having rounds of discussions with the government until early this morning. The doctors are against the government's reform plan, which includes upping admission quotas at med schools to recruit an additional 4,000 doctors over the next decade. Doctors claim that it is the country's bad healthcare policies, not the shortage of doctors, that have caused the problems in provincial areas.
Yeah, it seems most people want to work in Seoul if they are a doctor. So, Do-yeon, how have hospitals prepared for this strike? Why don't we begin with the hospital where you are reporting from?
Mark, that's right. Here at Seoul National University Hospital, some 510 of interns and residents out of the 620 of them have gone into strike starting last week. And today, more than 200 fellows and professor-level doctors joined in. That being said, some surgeries had to be cut. However, that was until this morning. And at 8 a.m., the government issued an order to have those that work in the Seoul Metropolitan area return to their hospitals. So we'll have to see how those doctors react. In addition to major hospitals, local hospitals are planning to join the strike starting today. Medical students up for the license exam have canceled their registration in protest as well. That's all I have for you at this hour. Back to you, Mark.